You have to submit to your own development. And if it takes you 6 years, so what? Where else are you going to be in 6 years? At least you know where you're going. At least you're moving towards that goal. I'm a break-even trader, Michael. I can't make any money. It's pissing me off. You know what I see? That's opportunity. Because if you're not losing money, you're consistently staying around the unchanged mark, you got what it takes. You have what it takes.
Adversities are always going to be there in anything you do. How you deal with them, how you think about them, how you give them power and authority over you, that's the deciding factor, whether you succeed or fail in overcoming them. But you can't hide from them. You can't pretend they don't exist. You fucking identify them, point them out, and say, your ass is out of here, motherfucker. You don't get to stay here no more. You attack it.
Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. Happy NFP Day to all those who celebrate it. Good morning, guys. Let me make sure audio is good here. One last checkaroo, and then we'll rock and roll. Looks good to go as far as I can tell, boys and girls. So let's get to it, shall we? Let me pull the chat box up. See who we all got in this bad boy this morning. Good morning, Allie. Good morning, Chief. Good morning, Mason, George, Jinxie, Mark, PG, PJ, Casper, Alexis. Good morning, Storm Scalp. Good to see you. One Villager, Oracle, John, Mr. Potts, Alex, Dark Ghost, Leslie, Martin, Jason, Steven. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. Happy November 1st. 2024 is just absolutely flying by, boys and girls. If you don't stop and take a look around every once in a while, you might miss it. Good morning, Regen. Good morning, Lawrence. Good morning, Dodgy. Good morning, guys. So, without further ado, if anybody forgot, NFP came out pre-market, 10 a.m. news as well, minutes or so. And looking at the price action, well, just really quickly, we'll go ahead and recap the entire week. Let me jump out here to a full screen for you, boys and girls. Looking here at the daily chart, I guess we could even start at the monthly, now that the monthly candle has closed for October. So we ended up getting basically a doji month for the month of October. So that was pretty fitting after the final 2 weeks of the month finished up there. So October is done and in the books. Looking at the current weekly candle, you know, I do think that there's a possibility that some could make the argument that the weekly objective has already been met for the week. This weekly candle has actually accomplished quite a bit in terms of taking out the previous weekly range on both ends. So we took out previous weekly high, now trading right around the previous weekly low, obviously already having swept it. So previous weekly high and low already been taken out. So I'm sure there's a bunch of ICT traders somewhere that, you know, are holding the bias that objectives have already been taken. When you look at NQ versus ES here on the daily, it's hard to have your eyes not be drawn toward this level of sell side right here on a daily chart. Here's ES, and then scrolling up here to NQ. We have that same sell side level down in here. And, you know, we actually talk, hang on. Can you guys hear me all right? It looks like my internet is struggling right now. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Oh, there we go. Hang on. I think she's back, boys. I think the internet's back, boys. I was dropping some frames there for a second. False alarm, I guess. Hopefully, knock on wood. So, all right. Well, hopefully you guys didn't miss that. But anyway, just kind of pointing out, bringing your attention to some of these daily levels. We'll see if price wants to continue heading towards them today or not. Today is obviously the day we've all been kind of waiting on, to be honest, for the week. So let's see what today brings. But yeah, when it comes to these levels of where the next draw could be, these are what stick out to me on a daily time frame. ES and NASDAQ both setting up there for a nice little low resistance liquidity run, in my opinion, to the downside. Let's continue scaling in. Let's check the 4-hour quick. See price trading now above likely the data highs. 1 hour. I'm going to mark out this range here. I'm going to mark out this range, see if price could retrace up toward premium of the range. The thought process kind of coming into the morning session for me was going to be, honestly, I kind of anticipated price with the NFP news to run the lows one more time. And then I was hoping that we would be able to capture the 2-stage delivery back up towards data highs. Was kind of my hope. And apparently we're already a little late to that party. So price trading back up here after taking the data lows. So here's our data candle. Data candle right here, trading down into the new day opening gap. We left a pretty decent sized new day opening gap yesterday going into today, or at the open, I should say. Data lows here. Data lows ran out, and now price trading back up to data highs. And we are almost there, boys and girls. Also a little fitting, I would say, especially when you compare that to yesterday. Obviously, yesterday price right at market open just went down in a straight nosedive. And then basically just kept selling off most of the day. So data highs have been met now. Was anybody up and trading prior to right at market open, I guess? Let me know in the chat if anybody ended up catching this 2-stage delivery. There's your 2-stage delivery. That's what you generally try to do on these days. NFP day, CPI day, data high, data low. Wait for one end of the range to be swept and then trade the other direction. That's generally the rule of thumb here. So it looks like that has already been done and dusted. So yeah, let me know if anybody ended up catching that. That's a little disappointing. Hi Tyler, you planning to trade Monday or Tuesday? I think so. Maybe let's check. Perhaps Monday would be a no-go because it's a no-news Monday, day after NFP. Perhaps, yeah, perhaps not on Monday, but Tuesday I will be, yes. I will be trading Tuesday. I mean, I'll be streaming. I don't know if I'll end up taking anything. I might not take anything. Who knows? Who knows what we'll get? But yeah, we might as well hop on and show some support for our boy Donald. Don't you guys think? Come on. Everybody show up with your USA and or Mega hats on Tuesday to stream, and we'll have a good time. And then as soon as the stream is over, I'll make my way on down to the ballot box and exercise my right while I still have it to vote. Good morning, Money Glitch. Chief says yes, he caught it. Justin said he was in a long. Muhammad, I took the long on a 15-second fair value gap buy. Movahad. caught the short. He says, I did downside. Do I use regular trading hours for new day opening gaps? I use regular trading hours for opening range gaps. New day opening gap is basically when price closes at the end of the day 4:45 and then opens again at 6. Or not 4:45, 4:59 technically. So from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. New York time, there's no trading being done, and then a new day technically opens up. That's the new day opening gap. Opening range gap is obviously just using regular trading hours. So opening range gap in this case happens to align with the new day opening gap, which we have not traded down into. The opening range gap for today is right here. So perhaps we get a trade back down. That could be a strong possibility. We got macro in like 5 minutes. But yeah, a little disappointing that data highs and data lows have already been kind of taken out. That takes away our usually go-to bias. Obviously, yeah, I see the SMT here with E-mini S&P, which set up this move here right at the open. As you guys know, I don't trade at the open, so I wouldn't ever catch that trade. I wouldn't catch that trade likely in a million years, boys and gays. We see price now starting to disrespect here. What are you guys thinking now? After data highs have swept, are we thinking bearish sentiment now? We have not got to equilibrium of the range. Here's our 15-minute chart. You can see kind of the craziness here at the open with that data candle. I mean, we literally just said, market said, fuck it. And look at, obviously, all of this, right? A lot of higher lows here. Trendline liquidity. Kind of setting up. The question is, really, did we put in the low of the week already? Yesterday. That is the million-dollar question, boys. 5-minute chart here. We did end up getting a close above data high here on the 5. 15-minute as well. Trading now down into this inefficiency here. Did I take any trades? Yep. 3 already. 3-0. Where were you? Where were you, Eamon? You're late. Hey, I'm from France. I want to know on Tuesday, U.S. will have new president, correct? No. The election will be Tuesday. They don't actually get inaugurated until January. But yes, we'll know after the election who the president will be. How's price action on previous election day? Any ideas? Will it chop and be like news? It's hard to tell. Last election obviously was 2020. I did not trade ICT concepts in 2020. So I don't really have a good recall that I think would apply to trading ICT concepts, but I also, if I'm being completely honest with you, I just really don't remember. I really don't remember. I don't remember trading the previous election, if I'm being honest. I don't remember if price was good. I also traded a lot of shit back then. I was day trading Forex, a little bit of indices. I actually didn't even trade a whole lot of indices at that time, I don't think. But mostly Forex, probably some gold, and I probably was trading crypto as well. So, yeah, I really don't remember anything that I think would be helpful to give you guys for trading NASDAQ futures. We're gonna learn together, boys, and then we'll have to remember it for 4 years from now. You know, assuming there is another election. Tyler, we know you're not that good to do 3-0. What about that time, like 2 weeks ago, when I was on a 9-trade win streak? You son of a bitch. What do you got to say about that? So let me get this straight. When I had a 9-day green streak, that was luck. When I had a 3-day red streak, that was because I suck. Got it. Muhammad's done 65 points. Yeah, I'd be done for the day too, Muhammad. Generally, literally, I mean, you guys know what I always go for on NFP and CPI is literally just I mark out data high, data low. I really almost don't even give a shit about anything else. And I try to catch that move. And now that that move has been completed both ways, I'm just sitting here on my hands a little bit waiting for more information. I really don't know what to... But the only bias I had coming into the day was met already, so... time for us to adapt on the fly, I suppose. I was scalping Euro USD last election day, giving like 200 ticks every 5 minutes. You could say I lost a lot of money. Especially on Euro USD. That's not really it's like it's almost like USD JPY. Snooze fest. So, yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, I think it'll be semi-volatile. But then again, I mean, I don't know. Are we going to expand? Are we just going to accumulate? You know, I think there will be a shit ton of anticipation around the result, obviously, right? So, I do think regardless of whoever wins, that coming out of the election, we will see price expand. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm a cynical person. I want to feel like it's gonna just absolutely tank regardless of who wins. To be honest. What's your guys' prediction? Does market just go rip new all-time highs after the election? I don't think so. I just think it's gonna dump. But you know what we actually get on election day? I have fucking no idea. I'm just as eager and excited to see what we do as you guys are. To tell you the truth. Yeah, Tyler's a puppet 6. Usually gets like 1 or 2 chances. It just depends. Like sometimes Tyler's a puppet 6 wakes up and he's on his period, and he's just like angry. And I'm assuming it's because he's sitting there and like either taking losses himself, or like he missed a trade, so now he's pissy. And then he like comes in my YouTube live chat and then just like is mad. But then like there's other days where he must be doing well. Like he took a winning trade or something, and then he comes in the chat and he's just fine. But yeah, definitely some emotional volatility there from Tyler as a puppet 6. Definitely some emotional volatility there. You never know what you're gonna get. Hot 1 second, cold the next. He likes to keep you on your toes. Reversed this week, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, especially after yesterday. Justin. Hello, Tyler. I always miss my entries. What to do? Well, that is a very loaded question. I don't really know how I don't know how I am supposed to answer that for you, given I have absolutely no context. But I will tell you that, like, earlier to trading ICT concepts, I would also miss a lot of entries because I was always trying to get the most perfect, precise entry. And I would demand the price pull back to like the lowest fair value gap, yada, 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 whatever. And then I'd wait, for a trade that would never come pick me up, and then it would just go. So over time, I got more comfortable, and obviously seeing it play out a fuck ton. Also based around economic calendars. Like there's days where I'm more aggressive, or I have a more aggressive expectation, and I will sometimes I will take a higher fair value gap that is not in discount, for example, if I'm really bullish, and vice versa. Like I definitely don't think, like when the market is, especially at like this time of day, New York kill zone, getting into macro, whatever, if market's in a hurry to get somewhere and you're sitting here trying to get premium and discount of every little fucking range in price, you're not going to get it all the time. Like, yeah, there's times you will get it. So that is kind of up to you to decide as far as your risk, your stop loss placement. I mean, there's so much variability that goes into every little setup that could make it different from the last one. So I guess I don't know how to answer that cookie cutter. There's always going to be trades you're going to miss regardless of what you do, but it's just part of it. I mean, I missed a couple entries this week that either wasn't offered or whatever, but and then the really nice trade that we caught, not yesterday, the day before, when I took that trade, a couple people in the chat were saying that I was chasing the trade, and then it flies straight to my target. That's the other thing too. If you're reading like what people say in YouTube comments about he's chasing, he's emotional, he's revenge trading, a lot of that's just fucking morons. They'll say you're chasing unless the trade wins. Then they won't say that. Everything is very results based. All their opinions are results based. If you win, you're a genius. If you lose, you're an idiot. Hell, sometimes even if you win, you're an idiot. So what you see in your back testing and what you see in your forward testing, that's what you should start to trust. Don't trust what any other blue-haired liberal in a YouTube chat has to say. Where did I learn ICT? From ICT. I learned a little bit of like smart money concepts from, I'm not proud to say it, but I did learn a little bit of smart money concepts in IM Mastery Academy. I was in IM Academy for a little bit. And I learned a little bit about smart money concepts, but what I really learned was like more so I would say like supply and demand trading and liquidity and imbalance. But yeah, I mean, otherwise I've watched the same ICT playlists that you folks have. Doggy says, let me edit your thumbnail. It looks bad bit. Go ahead. Edit it. Send one over. If it's good, I'll use it. And I'll Venmo you $20. But yeah, I was also gonna go make some changes to it. I realized that some of the shit was a little bit not placed correctly. All right, guys, we got some news coming out now. 10 a.m. news. PMI, boys. PMI. Let us see. Let us see. Kind of feeling a little possible bearish reversal coming here, but we got equilibrium of the range up here at 212-ish. Obviously, yesterday we did not get that equilibrium pullback prior to the price just continuing to fall off the face of the earth. If anybody is interested in the first presentation fair value gap, there you go. She's unmitigated for the moment. But yeah, I mean, I would like to see if price has the juice maybe to come run out some of these relative equal lows down yonder today. At this point, right? That wasn't what I was hoping for going into the day, but here we are now. Boys. Girls. TGIF model is a 20% to 30% retracement on the weekly candlestick at the close. So, looking at the weekly candle, well, hang on. Suppose I could do this. Put the weekly candle on here. Oh, boy. It kind of looks like we've already retraced. We're getting close. TGIF. Yeah, we've already retraced 20%. See that? From the low of the week so far. So I think you can make the argument that TGIF has just now taken place on the buy move. May very well try to short this move here. We're trading down. If we can trade below this fair value gap here. See if we can get through it or not. What brand of makeup and hair product do I use? Makeup is whatever is just sitting on your mom's bathroom counter. So I don't know what that is. You have to ask her. Hair product, I actually don't know. It's just some gel from the barbershop, boys and girls. But I'm glad you like it. Your mom seems to like it. Do I shower in the morning? No. Nope. Just get the hair a little wet, a little bit of bed head. Try to get the bed head out. I used to shower in the morning back in like high school and college. Not anymore, because I'm a stinky, dirty fucking day trader. I'm a fucking stinky, dirty day trader. Just scum of the earth day traders. All right, well, let's see if we can get a pullback here. Fucking A. I'm going to set a limit in this fair value gap. Nice change in the state of delivery here on the 5-minute as well. All right, boys. I'm in. Trying this short out here. From the 1 minute fair value gap after inversing here this 1 minute. Data highs taken. A lot of stacked relative equal lows at the current low of day. So let's see if we got the juice. First presentation fair value gap. Probably is where I'm looking to remove risk. See what we get. Yeah, we haven't traded back to equilibrium of the range yet. 2012 roughly is that equilibrium area. Is Wisconsin going to turn red? I hope so. I think it could. Should. Price just absolutely ripping up here. Perhaps already put in the low of the week. About to be the quickest stop you've ever seen, boys. Which platform? I stopped out there. Stops a little bit higher on this one. About to be an L, boys. Absolute ripper. Well, L. Well, we'll delete that and start again. Yeah, Money Glitch. Stop writing good luck. It's actually bad luck. Well, we'll reassess. I thought the setup was, pretty decent. Had a few drives higher here. The old classic 3-drive pattern higher. 1, 2, 3. Inverse here. This bullish fair value gap. Some nice displacement. We put in some nice little relative equal lows. Did not form an SMT divergence with ES. And had a nice little bearish fair value gap here, so took the entry there. Stopped out in a hurry. The 4 drive pattern. Yeah, we must be going higher. I would hope to see at this point. Five-minute bullish change in the state again, so you are on a 5-minute chart. Well, let's rip it. Flipping and going long, boys. Stop is below the 5-minute candle. If this trade loses, I'm just going to call it. But order flow is showing signs of bullishness at this point. And if price honestly doesn't trade higher, then this market, in my opinion, is fucked. And I give up. Okay. Where the fuck? God, that's a long ways away. All right, well, we don't need all that. I'm going to put my target at this low here. 286. See if I can get an entry over here. I don't know what it is about Top Step X accounts. They just seem to be more troublesome for me than fucking any other account. Fucking A. Fucking A. See if we can maybe get a little pullback maybe. See, look at like, this is honestly why sometimes I kind of hate YouTube. Maybe I should just stop reading the live chats. I take a short, take a loss, I'm dumb. I flip and go long. Now I'm dumb because I'm longing a higher time frame fair value gap. I mean, you guys are fucking something else. You guys are something else. We're at equilibrium of the range. All right, well, risk off. I don't think I'm going to get the entry on Top Step X. Risk off at equilibrium of the range, just in case this thing does end up full-blown reversing now. Up in some decent profit at the moment. $40-point move. All right, well, let's ride it out. Coffee in hand. I guess this is from previous weekly low taken. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was the first thing I mentioned when I started the stream was the weekly candle, current weekly candle has already taken out the previous weekly candle high and low. And then on top of that, the only ever bias I'm looking for, which is data high and data based around data high and data low, was taken out right at open. So it's like, you know, what do you do? And now we're outside the macro, which is kind of unfortunate, but that was why I took the setup that I did. Large part was due to the macro, the first short. Ran liquidity one more time, quick displacement lower, above data high. I mean, I thought that short was not a bad short. But yeah, I just got to a point where it's like, all right, well, price is telling me it wants to be bullish, so who am I to fight it? Who the fuck am I to fight it? Up around, just hit about 50 points. Good time to partial, I'd say, if you're in more than one contract. The most I'd want to see this retrace would be to just take out this low. If at all. $10.20 macro will pay you. Let me guess. You got that from Hydra on Twitter. Well, what's Bitcoin at today? 71.3. That's not too bad. Hanging around. I'm watching out for the 1019 macro. Everyone knows about the 1019 macro. That's actually the scariest one. Yeah, that's right, SMC newbie. They basically just say everything's a macro. Although I will say, when it comes to PM session, it kind of sounds like everything is a macro according to ICT, right? Because the 2 PM macros, 110 to 140, and then 315 to 345, so 2 30-minute windows. But then he's also said like the same macro still apply like at the end of the hour, beginning of the hour. So I'm like, so what is PM session, just one giant ass macro then, or what? Could even take it off here. You see, when it comes to like balanced price ranges, it's kind of tricky sometimes. Look at this on a 5 minute. If I scroll over here to the left, you notice how like this wick trades down here and overlaps with this price. I don't know. We'll watch it together, boys. But when it comes to balanced price ranges, that could be a little tricky area right there. Meaning we could slow up or retrace. See if we can get there. So 253, quarter level. In what would be OT of the range. I think I'll be all right with that. I just don't have the ability to partial right now, so it's not really, you know, you kind of have to just pick one and go with it. Really want to see this continue to hold here. Well, Attack Life, I was about to congratulate you, but then you said 1 of 1 funding. What are you doing? Like of all the CFD, or I could just of all the firms in general, 1 of 1 funding. Why not 1 of 1? A scammer owns it. But you do what you want. Use whatever firm you want, man. Use whatever firm you so desire. Fair enough. Fair enough, Attack Life. Fair enough. As long as you're taking the money out, I don't give a shit. But if you're losing accounts and giving them money, give your money to someone else. Donate your money to anyone else. All right, guys. Target hit 253. We'll see if it wants to carry through that or not. I just didn't want to be like too stingy and then have to like sit through a retracement and then possibly a break-even stop. But 1 loss, 1 win. Yeah. Entry 183.5. Exit 253.25. So 70, well, actually no, 69.75 of a point, boys. We caught 69 points there. 69 points there, boys and girls. Where is it? Where is it?
Nice.
Always love catching 69 points. I might just do static take profits at 69 points from now on. Just so I can say I made 69 points today on repeat. But yeah, let's see how this behaves. The reason that I did that, move my TP down a little bit, was just on the 5-minute chart, I scrolled over to the left and I see this wick down into this inefficiency here. So I don't, you know, I'm no fucking algorithm. I didn't write the algorithm, boys, unlike ICT. So I don't know if this is gonna register in the old algorithm as some balanced price range at this level in OTE, and then cause price to tumble. You know, that's the thing when you don't have a crystal ball, you don't know these things. So asking myself, would I be happy with that target, and would I need to demand that it goes to 3, whatever I had it set at. So, but yeah, if you're still holding, good luck. Let me check ES quick. You know, and thinking in terms of like market maker buy and sell models, this is kind of what I would look at. Would be like here. So here's ES. ES, by the way, looks like it's outpacing NQ. Typical. But like looking at this as potentially that original consolidation for today. And this would be, oops, sorry, wrong way. This would be, or could be, that completion of the market maker buy model, is to go run all of this out. Kind of like a max best case scenario target for the longs for the day. And then there's your continued TJIF. Keep in mind, like when we first took that short, we were already in the TGIF kind of sweet spot, if you will, the 20 to 30% retracement. So now we're probably even, I guess we could take a peek, huh? Oh, God. We could take a peek at this weekly candle. Forgive how weird this looks, but yeah. So now we're trading above even the 30% level. If we end up with a doji weekly candle, that would look like price retracing to that high in about 50% of the weekly range. So let me know if you guys caught the long. Let me know if you guys are still holding the long. Give me a 1 if you caught it. Give me a 2 if you are still holding. Give me a 0 if you did not take it. Yes, TS. You have to pay an activation for every past combine that you want to activate into XFA. $149 buckaroos. Dog's asking me to take him on a walk already. Partial half holding rest to order block. Yeah, that order block, or I guess just this series of up close candles here, I guess you could call it an order block, was going to be my initial target. I was just going to go to the low of this wick here, 280s. Took it off 30 points earlier. ES definitely outpacing NQ though. ES is pretty much already almost there. I think it should get there at least. So, well, scrolling through, looks like a couple handfuls of you guys caught it. Also, same amount didn't take it. Definitely was a quick little, I don't want to say quick, I mean it was kind of a quick decision to just join it, but it's like the moment this short gets invalidated, the way that it got invalidated, just without any hesitation whatsoever, forming bullish PD arrays, and then seeing how price quickly respects and holds that PD array, starts pushing away. It's like, okay, bro. We get it, fucking market. You're bullish. Fucking relax. But yeah, as far as what to expect the rest of the day, I mean, I would be sitting and waiting on this move, to be honest. See if this completes. I mean, I don't know if ES perhaps maybe could run this high out. You know, if I'm you guys, I don't know if sitting around and waiting for like a short to come is necessarily the right answer. The way that price has behaved today, I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, it's going to set Thursday as low of the week now. Leave this liquidity for next week. Because we did not manipulate really at this external low. We did manipulate at this low here. So this low here between ES and NQ, our manipulation came here. So ES traded below this low here. So we had an SMT divergence there. Or was it vice versa? I'm sorry. It was a data low. We ran out on NQ, not ES. Maybe that was it. Yeah, that was it. Sorry, my bad. I was showing you guys the wrong lows. ES did not take out data low. NQ did. So there's your manipulation there, kind of using internal range liquidity. But the external range hasn't been. It's been left alone. So trade up, take out some level of internal range liquidity, and then go into next week, could likely expect that trade from internal to external. Forsey, I already kind of explained why I flipped my bias, but yeah, basically just order flow. Reading, like just watching the price action print. I'm in a short here because I'm seeing bearish order flow. Like take away all of this, take away all of these candles to the right, and just look at this price action. And like to me, I'm like, okay, I can make sense of the shorts here. There is what looks to be a low resistance liquidity run below all of these lows down here. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's try it. We had an unmitigated opening range gap. First presentation for value gap hadn't been pulled back into, so I thought at the very least we could get that retracement. And then price just fails to get down here, fails to take out this low, and then we just rip. So this is like when you're talking about displacement, this is what you want to see for displacement. And then I didn't enter right away. Like I entered on this candle here. And it was basically all due to like just seeing how this was holding, and we barely had a need to go into it. So yeah, I took it off order flow, but then I guess another thing is just Friday. Like Friday's such a tricky day to trade, I feel like, because sometimes you're kind of second guessing whether or not it's, you know, have we already put in the low or the high of the week? Like we very rarely will put in a new low or a new high on a Friday for the week, but it does happen. So nothing is 100%. It can happen for sure, but I would say like generally more often than not, you're not really expecting a new low or high on a Friday. And then in the event of the short was taken with more of like, okay, I think we could put in, it could be one of those weeks, but obviously not. So it's all just kind of like probabilities, man. There's no like, I'm never going to be able to give you an answer where I'm like, this happened, so this 100% will have to happen next. Nobody anywhere can tell you honestly with a 100% certainty what will happen next, regardless of what they see on the chart. It's all just probabilities. Where's the celebration? Well, we're not done yet. We're not done yet, man. Or are we? I don't know. But yeah, for the moment, guys, very happy with that exit. Ended up exiting on this candle here. Obviously, it looks like it's still holding true for the moment, but it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So another 12 minutes just to be up like another, what, 5 points at the moment. So yeah, seeing how this is played out here in the short term, I'm happy with that. Being in this trade for another 12 to however many more minutes this lasts would have not really been worth it, in my opinion, just for the mental capital. Bias. I already gave you the bias. At this point where I think price is likely going. Oh, thanks, Alex. I'm using a Sony A6100 camera. Doggy didn't like the thumbnail, though. Doggy didn't like the thumbnail. I redid it. I thought I needed a new one, boys. Appreciate it, Alex. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. See, now price is starting to retrace, so hey, man. Come on. Looking like a pretty good exit. Looking like a pretty good exit. I am curious, though, what we do. Let's check ES quick. So ES did hit that order block. More of a breaker block, actually. So ES or NQ is a little bit weaker. And like this is really, it's like this is where the two conflicting ICT models come into play. Where you got market maker models running into OTE. I would say this is like sometimes pretty confusing. Definitely will not deny that, but again, everything's all probabilities. You're not going to know. But I would say if shorts are coming, now would be the time. But I guess gun to my head, if I had to pick buy side or sell side or higher or lower, I'd probably, gun to my head, I'd probably say lower. Or I'm sorry, fuck, I take it back. Higher. Gun to my head, I'd probably say higher. What do you guys think? Send me pictures. Oh, well, I don't know. I didn't know I had to jump through hoops. I'll redo it, doggy. I'll redo it and I'll see if I can get your approval on this next one. Unless you think like the background of the thumbnail is just ass. And you want to just send me a if you want to just send me like the background. In fact, that would actually be easiest, because then if I have just the background without me on it, I could always put myself on it in a bunch of different, I could make a bunch of different thumbnails out of the same thumbnail. You see what I'm saying? So if you hate the background of my thumbnail, do that. I'll send you $20, but it's got to be good. If I don't use it, you don't get shit. I thought the thumbnail I had was decent, man. I thought it was good. You don't like it? Buddy doesn't like it? Think we at least take previous New York AM session high first, maybe forming SMT with NQ. You mean New York AM session today? Like we take this morning's AM session high? Telsey? Or are you talking this high from Thursday? Yesterday's? I would say, in all likelihood, if price goes to this AM session high, I don't see why price would stop there. I think price would likely trade above 417 and trade above this high here. And then that would be more so that completion of the market maker buy model, if that's what this is. You can see the sensitivity here from this level, though. ES trading into this. NQ a little bit weaker. And now seems to be displacing quickly to the downside, so. Macro in like 8 minutes. Do have a little 1 minute SMT with these little 1 minute highs. Trading down into a 5 minute fair value gap. Turn the executions off. See if price shows any respect to this or not. Your really only chance to short, if you were going to short this move, would have been probably this inversion. I don't, like, otherwise you're waiting for like this displacement through a swing low, and that hasn't been offered. Another inversion here, I suppose. Holy feck, boys. Look at this thing just dumping. OTE over MMBM, boys? Question mark. Is that what we're on today? Is this the kind of stuff we're on, boys? OTE over market maker buy model today? Or are we just doing a little pullback here? Let's watch this 5 minute close. See if this 5 minute can actually inverse or not. Wick doing the damage for sure. 5 and 15-minute candle close. Obviously, go up a time frame, 15-minute time frame. It looks a little less aggressive to the downside here, especially being unable to close below 50% on the 15-minute. I might go ahead and take this second trade here, second idea on a combine here. But I may look to rejoin the longs again if this actually can hold and we get some PD rate of form here. Maybe in this next macro. Might hop in something else. If not, though, if this just keeps flushing, then obviously there's not really a whole lot there, in my opinion, to really work with. Because if I would have been looking for shorts, I would have wanted to see price trade back into this fair value gap here. Give me an opportunity, ideally prior to even reaching this inefficiency in here before taking out this low. Macro in like 3 minutes. First presentation thigh gap is down here. See if price has any interest to get into there, boys. I feel like it shouldn't. If we want to see any chance of bullishness, I don't think it should get there, to be honest. Because that'd be one hell of a retracement. It'd be really hard not to think price isn't going lower if we get to there. If we get to that thigh gap, we want this thigh gap here likely to show some amnesty. Like to see some celibacy out of this thigh gap. No entry. However, I think I will likely attempt the longs, the second longs here on combine only if price can show us an inversion here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, inversion of this fair value gap, I'll likely take that entry. It'll line up with the macro pretty good. 60, literally after the close of this candle is the macro beginning. Beauty of an order block here, setting up if we get the close above. Absolute beauty. Two, one. All right, guys. I'm going to take that entry there. Holy, holy fuck. Right back down. Come on, hold for us, please. Well, seeing that reaction makes me happy for the moment that I'm taking this next trade on a combine. Fuck. Fuck. Inverse straight to reclaimed. As soon as the macro started. It's not good. Not good. Body's failing to get back above. Can we do it? Can we do it? Come on. $15-minute close. Obviously not for a while yet, but. I disagree, Telsey. I think you're saying that because there's some ICT influencers that say that, but as far as ICT is concerned, that's not what he says. But I think the macros, like the 10-minute, the 20-minute windows are just a reference. Nothing is 100%. So sometimes it's a couple minutes early, late. Dude, zoom out and look at the equal lows at 20,009. Bro, where the fuck have you been? You act like I'm like not seeing anything. Like I haven't zoomed out to the higher time frames 30 fucking times since the stream started. Zoom out, dude. He's not seeing it. He doesn't know. He doesn't know they're there. Oh, God. He doesn't know about the equal lows. Oh, no, God. God. Come on. You right? Fucking A. Jason says, your stop loss will be hit. I'm glad Jason has a crystal ball and knows 100% certainty what's going to happen. Good for you, Jason. Jason, if I were you, I would sell a course and probably go work on Wall Street. Because you'll probably make more money there than you will sitting in my YouTube live chat. I could actually almost guarantee that, to be honest. You know what I mean? Oh. I mean, I try to be as thorough as possible from the start of the stream, getting into every position. If anything, I feel like I'm redundant because I repeat myself 30 times. I kind of explain a bunch of different scenarios that could play out and why they could play out. And then I take an entry and all of a sudden people are like, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? When in reality, I've already mentioned it like 6 times. Yeah, no, I didn't see it. Didn't see it. Were you not listening? I joined today, so don't get angry. Just kidding. You joined today, and the first comment you put is your stop loss will be hit. Is that what I'm gathering, Jason? Your first comment, your first day joining the live stream is your stop loss will be hit. Your stop loss will be hit. This is my first day. Just kidding. Do I think it can go even higher than my TP? Yes. As a matter of fact, I think I only need like $1,500 to pass this one. Hit max daily profit on it yesterday. Might just piss around and see if we get all the way here. I'm going to go risk-free now, boys. Trading into this fair value gap. I wouldn't really care to see a retrace anyway. Well, yeah. So as of right now, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 risk-free trade. See if it ends up being a winner or not. New hour starting right now. It could open and manipulate me out of this trade if I'm being totally honest. If it wanted to fill this full fair value gap, it's a BPR now. Which if it does, so be it, I guess, but what method am I using to trade? Just all ICT concepts put together. Not really a great answer, but I mean, I really do use all of them, just kind of at different times. Sometimes that's probably my downfall, but I would say in today's case, market maker buy model is what this ended up being. My favorite. Oh God. Well, I like my entries on a 1 minute chart or lower. So like I was, and I feel like there's some models, like for example unicorn models. I feel like you're gonna find better unicorns more often that are reliable on a slightly higher time frame, like a 5 or 15 minute chart. And I just don't really care for using the 5 and 15 minute charts for my entries because your stop loss is by default like giant. But I mean, that's a decent model. I would say my favorite when done correctly, like when I can anticipate it happening and then I end up executing it just to a T, I would have to say turtle soup mixed with market maker buy and sell models. With like a clear low resistance liquidity run target would be my favorite. And obviously I'm always trading silver bullet hour. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a silver bullet because the thing is, like, before silver bullet was even a thing, this is when we all traded anyway. We traded after market open into this hour. So like we always traded silver bullet hour looking for the same shit. All ICT said was, yeah, fair value gap after 10 a.m. is silver bullet hour. Like nothing really changed with that. But yeah, my favorite, and I would, I mean, I don't have the statistics to tell you what model is most profitable or not. I like, it's so different, day to day, week to week, month to month, person to person. But they all can work and work better for other people. It just depends on what you can see. You got to be able to see it and anticipate it before it happens. If you can't do that, you're fucked. It's like, it doesn't really matter what it is. Especially with turtle soup. If you can't anticipate a turtle soup happening before it happens, you're not just going to be sitting out here buying and selling every random little high or low that gets ran, right? So there's got to be a little bit more context to it than that. But the very nice thing about when you can anticipate it well and you execute it well You know, you get just so tight stop loss. Just such a tight stop loss. And then obviously if you've analyzed well enough, then generally you get a very fast, quick move, very little to no drawdown. You're in profit almost instantly, and you got the best possible entry for a move. And then all the other entry models come after that. So like 2022 model would come after that. Inversion would come after that. Unicorn model would come after that. Like turtle soup will always be the best possible entry of any given move. But you're getting like no confirmations other than maybe like an SMT divergence would be like the only confirmation you're going to be able to get trading turtle soup. And you likely will take a little, your win rate probably won't be as high if you're always taking a lot of like turtle soup type entries because of that. But the reward when you do hit it, it's, I mean, it makes up for it. And they're just fun. Like I've never been a guy that likes to I don't like pyramiding really. Kind of feels like pyramiding is like just being greedy, and can also, you know, worsen your fill, put you in a position to where a really good trade, a really good position could be in jeopardy. You know, I'd rather take like one really, really good entry and just let it ride and then manage that one position. Maybe I'll get to a point where I want to pyramid more often or not, but for now it's not really something I try to do too much. What's up, buddy? You want to come say hi? Come on. See if my dog wants to say hi. Come here, buddy. Come on. I'd be better on this camera. Come here. I don't have a treat. Come here. Jump up. Come on. You fucker. Come here. He's shy. You guys maybe saw his snout a little bit. He didn't want to jump up on me. He's like, "Fuck you, man. You don't give me any of your OnlyFans money." That's what he said. He goes, "You ain't put me on camera unless you're giving me some of that OnlyFans money." I think that's what he was thinking right there. No, it's technically it's a Pomsky, but he looks like a medium-sized husky. And he's older than Boogie, so TJR copied me. I didn't copy him. Facts. And I think his dog is a Husky Shepherd. My dog is Pomsky. So y'all can suck my peen. But they probably both shed hair the same. Would be my guess, and they're probably equally horny. I trade 5 to 12 micros. I find it best for my trading style and risk management. I can make, yeah, micros is really all you need, to be honest. You know, unless you're trying to be like Patrick Whelan and just full send every account all day, every day, 10 contracts. I mean, holy shit. Talk about some fun though. I mean, hell. I mean, if you're making $500,000 a month from affiliates, you can probably do that. You can probably get away with that. No soft trades. I have to go to work to buy more combines. See you next week. Oh. But yeah, I'm trading next week. I'll be trading. First stream is probably going to be election day, Tuesday. And then, yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, we got FOMC statement. Bro, what a weird-ass month. We got NFP the first day. For whatever reason, Thanksgiving in November this year is like the last week of November. Like, almost like the last day. I think it's like the 28th or something, but yeah, FOMC. And then I guess we got CPI. Anyway, yeah, Tuesday election. Don't forget, Sunday is daylight saving time, boys and girls. So for those of you guys in other parts of the world, it's going to be a different time for you when we're live streaming next week. So we're going back an hour. Yeah, so for all you guys in other parts of the world, if we go back an hour, that would mean it would be an hour later for you when the stream starts. But yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll stream. Thursday, if I do a stream, it'll be in the afternoon after FOMC. We'll try to catch a Tuesday's delivery. Likely we'll probably do a Thursday FOMC stream. And then Friday, I guess we'll see where we're at come Friday if we care to do anything, but probably a stream Friday as well. But yeah, not gonna stream Monday. All right. Peace out, Lawrence. Buying a new eval next week. I wish you luck, man. Don't be in a rush. Don't feel like you absolutely have to pass it before your renewal, right? Take your time. If it takes you more than 1 month, that's all right. You know, I'm not wishing that on you, Soft Trades. You know, I hope it all goes well. I hope you hit a crazy nice win streak. I hope you pass it fast. Better to not trade Monday and Tuesday. I don't know if we'll end up taking a trade on Tuesday. I'll stream on Tuesday because I got to convince as many of you as possible to, you know, vote for Trump. So we'll be doing that for that reason. I don't know if we'll take a trade or not. We might. I'm not setting a rule that is going to force me to not take a trade on Tuesday. You know, I could either sit here, tape read, not see anything that I like. You know, if I see something that is kind of like decent, but I want to just get my toes in the water, maybe could end up taking it on a combine too. And then if I really like something that just makes a lot of sense, we'll send it on the fundeds, right? We'll just see what we get when price gets here on Tuesday. And as soon as it's over, we'll take our ass straight to the polls. And then do you guys see all the crazy stuff? I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter or X. I've been seeing a lot of stuff, like some weird things already going on for people showing up to vote early places. Like the computer screen automatically switching the vote from Trump to Harris. So I've seen that. What else? I saw like the paper ballots where like there was like some weird print or whatever over Trump's name where you fill in the bubble. And then I've seen other places where the Trump name is spelled wrong. It'll be like TRIUMP or it'll be like TRUN period T, or you know what I mean? So it's like it's all like typos, stuff over the ballot bubble, automatically switching the name to the other candidate. So I'm honestly like, I genuinely think that if this is a free and fair election, I don't see how Trump honestly doesn't win by a landslide. And I'm not saying that just because I'm biased. I like genuinely just believe that. I think it would be and should be a landslide. And I genuinely, my biggest worry is not that he'll lose. My biggest worry is that the Democrats will cheat effectively enough. That's actually my biggest worry, which is just so fucked. that that is even. It's just so fucked that that is even. You know what I mean? God damn it. I changed my stop loss down to this low. Or not my stop loss, my take profit, mainly because the setup's kind of taking a while, and I actually do need to. I actually probably should take my dog out before he pisses himself. Not out yet. I'm gonna wait for at least this high. At least this high. I should have maybe did a little bit more. I should have. Well, my risk was pretty deep there. My risk was like. I know I had it down here. Yeah, my risk was that was good enough. Needed most of it too. That was a crazy reaction right at the entry. That's fucked. Why is NASDAQ like that? Chelsea, I had to put you in the VIP room. I had to put you in the VIP room. You can promote other traders on your channel if you want, but don't be coming in my live chat and promoting other traders. Please and thanks. Trump economy was crazy, but people care more about their feelings. I know, it's just like you see every endorsement. Like you see Jennifer Aniston yesterday. That was like the big one on Twitter I saw. I voted for women's reproductive rights. It's like, bro, all these feminist women, twice divorced, no kids, in their 50s, and like they're single issue voters. They're voting so they can have sex, be sluts, and have abortions. Like, what the fuck? And then they lie, and then they're like, oh well, they're gonna pass a federal abortion ban. It's like, no, they're not. We're gonna lose. Women's are gonna lose their rights if Trump becomes president. Well, he was already president for 4 years. What rights did you lose when he was president? Like, you're low IQ if you think that way. And like, all these people claim to be Christian, and like the most important thing to them is that we want to be able to kill babies. Like, get the fuck out of here. What a perfect trade. It ain't perfect until TP is hit, so I don't know. Market's taking a while. Macro's over. Be kind of disappointing to have it pull all the way back now. I would have taken the trade-off if ES had ran this high out, but ES did not. Nor do we run it out on E-mini chart. So we'll just stay patient. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Took the same trade, but on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, that was actually where this stemmed off of, was the 15-minute. Yeah, very true, Yash. You know we live in a very privileged society when like people's biggest problem in life is when people say things that hurt their feelings, or the fact that they just want to have an abortion on demand. It's like, it's crazy. I want to be included and stuff. Stop making me feel bad. Like, the number one problem facing Americans is like people just feeling anxious and depressed. It's like, maybe you're just a bitch. We all fucking feel anxiety. We all fucking feel fat. We all feel sad sometimes. It's called life. Fucking shit happens. You ever tried being a fucking day trader? Try being a day trader and then tell me if you're anxious and depressed. Tell me if these charts ever make you fucking anxious and depressed. Talk to me about fucking anxiety and depression. You don't know what it's like to have your fucking heart ripped out and stomped on the ground in front of your face by NASDAQ. You don't know what that's like. You don't know what that's like. Only traders understand real anxiety and depression. Only day traders understand real anxiety and depression. Everyone else is just posers. God. Only traders understand fucking anxiety and depression. Give me a break. Give me a break. I'd probably be depressed too if I was a piece of shit. No offense. Sorry, that one might have been kind of mean, kind of harsh, but you can see where all this stuff, it's just a bunch of like pent up garbage. Like, come on, let's fucking make America great again already, right? So none of us got to worry about this. Can't we just go back to the old days, right? Where boys were boys and girls were girls. And we didn't have cancel culture over all this petty little bullshit that doesn't matter at all. Have you ever looked around and just thought to yourself, yeah, maybe bullying actually is not all bad. Maybe there's actually some decent checks and balances to society when there's a little bit of bullying going on, okay? Maybe it's just natural. Maybe it helps people grow up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? God. George says, Tyler, you are a great trader and a great example. Anybody who says something else, fuck them. Aw, George, thanks, man. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck those guys. Listen, at the end of the day, and I put Telsey in the VIP room for like 10 minutes, so he'll be back soon if he's still watching. But he like he didn't really come at me, but he was just like sitting there like just glazing Justin Whirling in my comment section of one of my videos after a loss, or no, after a win actually. I'm just like, dude, what are we doing here? And then he was just like glazing him in the comment section, defending him or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, the guy sells a mentorship. He sold a Discord, and his whole credibility is kind of based on him showing you screenshots of old yearly broker statements, trying to get you to believe that he's made 300K plus back-to-back years from just day trading. Below, at 19, 20, 21 years old. Like, as traders, we like to think in terms of probabilities here. The probability of that being a true story is low, to say the least. Last I checked, screenshots can be faked. Last I checked, he would have a lot to gain from making you believe what he tells you is the God's honest truth. And I saw a tweet, actually. I saw a tweet yesterday, and this actually makes a lot of sense. And I think some of you will agree with it. Some of you might not. That's all good. Let me find it here quick for you. Let me find it. Just absolute thing of beauty here. Where is it? So this guy named David Kano on Twitter shared a quote from Mark Twain yesterday, and it said, It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. And I want you to think about that. And how much that definitely directly applies to, like, especially the trading space, the trading influencer space. You know, if somebody says anything bad about your favorite day trader, you know, you're just automatically like, you know, they hate you. Whether that's ICT or someone else. Even though there might be like really hardcore factual evidence that kind of points to like, oh yeah, you've definitely been fooled. And this person's just kind of shining a light on it. But you get mad at them because you like X person that they're talking about. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. So in other words, it's kind of a losing battle for anybody to sit here and say, hey guys, I think this person is full of shit. I think this person could be possibly scamming or lying to you. Yada, 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 this or that. At the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their own opinion and to make their own judgments. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day, but you're also not going to be getting anywhere. Like, it's just like a Republican or a conservative trying to convince a liberal to vote for Trump. You're just not going to do it. No matter how many good points you make, you are never going to convince a liberal to vote for Trump, and you're never going to convince a conservative to vote for Kamala Harris. You're just not going to do it. It's not going to happen. You're talking to a brick wall. So, you know, when it comes to like, you know, and I don't have a problem with Justin. I don't have a problem with Justin Werlein. I just happen to think that a lot of what he has peddled out there to the general public is for his own personal gain and benefit. And my opinion is that he's full of shit with a lot of his backstory. And I think that it's very easy for someone who isn't just live streaming for free to the general public every single fucking day to just show you what they want to show you. They show you the losses that they want you to see. They show you the wins that they want you to see, which is all of them. They want you to see all the wins, but they might be selective on what losses they show you. It's not fucking hard to do. If all I did was not live stream, or maybe I streamed inside of a private group, and I only wanted to show you the wins, and I only wanted to show you a select few losses, I could do that. It'd be totally up to fucking me. And don't you think that'd be a little bit misleading? So I went back and forth with Kelsey in the comment section because I'm just like, dude, like, because I had that little like 3-day red streak. I had that little 3-day red streak after a 9-day green streak. He's like, aren't you happy I told you to go watch Justin Werlein? I'm like, fucking dumbass. Like I went and watched Justin Werlein, and that just changed it. Like, what the fuck you talking? One, I didn't go watch him. I'm not ever gonna go watch him. And your comment just made no fucking sense. And it was very cherry picked and just stupid. And I see Telsey is back from his VIP room. I hope you enjoyed your experience. Can you not be a successful trader and entrepreneur with other business models for cash flow? I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't. My opinion, though, is that anybody that has... Here's where I stand. Here's where I stand on anybody that is a trading influencer that flashes P&L repeatedly in order to farm engagement, farm sales in whatever they're selling you. Anybody that has something to personally gain from you believing that they are so successful as a trader, I just, at this point in my trading career journey, whatever you want to call it, I've been around the space since fucking 2017, 18, and I have just seen it so many fucking times that at this point I don't trust anyone. I don't believe anyone that's flashing P&Ls with something to sell you is almost 100%, I'm going to say 99.99999% full of absolute shit. And they make all their money, if not all of it, almost all of it, from selling you something, selling you a Discord, selling you a course, blah, a mentorship, whatever. So this is where I stand on that at this point. It's just like, and I don't know. I don't have a fucking crystal ball. I don't know what's 100% true or what's 100% not true necessarily, but I've seen enough of a pattern from enough people after years in trading that, like, that's just how it's always been. That's how it's always ended up working out. That's how it always ends up playing out at the end. So why would it be any different? And then you're going to sit here and think that, like, all these 20-year-old fucking kids, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids are actually making $250,000, $500,000, $1 million plus a year from fucking day trading when people on fucking Wall Street are not making that kind of money? Are you fucking out of your mind? You must be out of your mind to actually have no common sense to think in terms of probabilities. And you just sit there and you think, you scroll through these YouTube thumbnails, you scroll through and you say, okay, yeah, wow, that's crazy. This 20-year-old kid actually, yeah, must be legit. He showed me a screenshot actually of profit. Must be legit. Screenshots have never been faked before. Crazy. He actually showed me a computer screen of profit. That can't be faked. You can't inspect your computer screen to make it say a number that isn't actually there. That's crazy. Huh. Must be real. Let me see if I can buy this guy's mentorship, actually. That's what I'm missing. I need to spend the last of my $1,500 to buy this guy's mentorship, actually. I think that will help. Newsflash. It's not going to help. If you cannot make it in trading with what is out there for free and through your own back testing and personal experience, sorry to burst your bubble, you're probably not going to make it ever. That's all. That's probably the truth. I'm just going to be real. But yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with, like, having other businesses and making other incomes. Where I have a problem is when you have something to sell that is directly correlated to people giving you credibility. Where do people in trading usually try to get their credibility from? Showing you profits. That could be demo, could be combine, it could all be fake, right? They just, like, it'd be so easy for me to sit here on a live stream, guys, and just tell you, hey, guys, you know, people ask in the chat all the fucking time, hey, how much money did you make this year? How much money did you make last year? How much money have you made trading? Blah, blah, blah. They ask you these questions. Would it be really hard for me to sit here and say, oh yeah, guys, I made $500K last year trading? How would you fucking know? I could then go find a screenshot. I could go make a screenshot. I could do any number of these things to make you think that's true and then sell you something. I could do that. That's not hard to do. Anybody can do that. Is that moral? No. Is that ethical? No. But people do it? Abso-fucking-lutely they do it. Absolutely. If you think they don't do that, you are so naive. But you'll learn. You'll learn. You'll get there. So that's my rant on traders at this point, but felt good to get that off my chest on a Friday, boys and girls. Basically, moral of the story is don't be a fucking bonehead. Have common sense. Actually think for yourself, right? And I say that I say that to you as a guy who I used to be the guy that would just believe all of these things. And it was because I wanted to believe all of these things. I would see this person's results. I would see this person's results. And then they would be selling you that. They'd be selling you this. And I wanted to believe it because why? We all want to be insanely, never have to worry about money again, profitable in trading. That's why we all started trading, is to make fucking money. So we all want to believe these things. Why? Because we want these things. So when we see these people flashing a shiny little, like, hey, I did this, oh my God, buy my this, buy my that, you gravitate toward it naturally as a beginner because you want the same thing. You're telling me you don't want to make $500,000 a year trading? Bullshit. You're telling me you don't want to quit your job and just live off trading profits and have freedom? Bullshit. Yes, you do. So you want to believe these things. It's like, you know, you're working against yourself as much as working against the law is and the scam is. But it is what it is. And so I don't fault people for it because I did all the same stuff. But you get burned enough times and you kind of start to realize what actually is going on, you know? I don't know. And I don't mean to be like a hater. I don't mean to, like, you know, I'm not trying to be a negative, toxic force in the trading space. I'm trying to be the opposite of that, But sometimes that means you got to fucking hurt some people's feelings every once in a while. I mean, anybody that disagrees with that, you're probably also a liberal because you don't like Trump posting mean tweets. You'd rather have just a fucked up economy, aka your bank account, all because you don't want to listen to somebody that has something that might be mean to say. Oh, he hurt my feelings. He's kind of mean, actually. I don't like him. Like, grow up. Grow up. I'm trying to tell you something that might not help every one of you, but there might be a handful of people in here that are about to spend their last $1,500, $2,000, $5,000 on a mentorship that they could just fucking save or put it in their own trading account or use it to buy combines. Like, there's going to be so much better options for you to use that money. I'm telling you, you just don't need to do. I'm just telling you, like, you can save that money. Because that mentorship it's just not likely you're buying it from somebody that's lying to you. And even if you aren't buying it from somebody that is telling you, like, even if you are buying it from somebody that's telling you the truth, it's not going to, you're going to learn more from your own experience and watching shit for free. That's the truth. So, with that being said, we'll call it a wrap there, boys. And pretty good stream today. 1 loss, 2 wins. Tried getting short early on. You know, try to get that first push into the first presentation thigh gap. We were unsuccessful in getting that delivery into the first presentation thigh gap. And then we caught the longs. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we got this retracement back down into a discount of the range. 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Scaled into a 1 minute. Took an inversion setup here. And then was able to capture the longs one more time, boys and girls. A nice little move there, and happy with the decision to, again, take the low-hanging fruit target. Because we're right back into the range, so. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the stream before you head out. I will see you guys next week, Tuesday. Enjoy your Friday, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Happy November 1st. I'll see you guys next week.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ chart's on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. With the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.